All right, hey everybody, welcome back to another video. And today we'll be talking about the NBA playoffs and the NHL playoffs. And that's coming up right after this. Hey everybody, welcome back to Just Justin. I am Just Justin, and yeah, I changed my title name, to All About Me, Just Justin. So yeah, it is all about me. But today we'll be talking about the NBA, the National Basketball Association playoffs, and the National Hockey League playoffs. Okay, so they're both happening right now, and who would you rather watch, the NBA or the NHL? Okay, you would have to, there's the third option, but I'll get to that. Okay, so which one would you rather watch? For me, right now, in this time in my life, I would rather watch the National Hockey League playoffs and to see if the Golden Knights from Vegas can make it there again, or can the Kings make it to the championship and win that Stanley Cup. Now, those are my two favorite teams in the National Hockey League. Yeah, Utah Hockey Club, they're up there. You know, they're a good team and stuff like that, but they did not make it this year. So, but am I watching the National Hockey League? No, I'm not watching the National Hockey League right now because playoffs just don't really, professional playoffs really just are there this time in my life. Okay, so yeah, I am not watching the NBA playoffs. I stopped watching NBA a long time ago. So yeah, Utah Jazz, they are not in the playoffs at all in 2025. I think they were playing to win the first draft in the NBA draft that's coming up here pretty soon. And so, but yeah, I went to a Jazz game when I was in Dallas. We went, they were playing the Dallas Mavericks. We went there and we saw them play. That was the last Jazz game I've been to. That was back in 2022. All right. So I used to watch the NBA all the time. All right. I used to watch it. I mean, I'm just like, yeah, let's go, man. Back when Jordan was around, to tell you the truth, I did not really like Jordan because he kept on knocking the Utah Jazz out of the not on the playoffs. They never met each other in the playoffs. They kept on beating them in the finals. So I didn't like Jordan all that much. But you know what? Jordan right now is the GOAT. He is probably the best basketball player that's ever played. And I really like Larry Bird. I really like the Admiral. I like Shaq. I like John Stockton, Karl Malone, Magic Johnson, Hakeem, Charles Barkley. Those are the type of players that I wanted to see. I wanted to watch. Okay. And there are some good basketball players now. Stephen or Steph Curry. He is really super good. He's a good shooter. Okay. But there are just some players I do not want to watch. Okay. I don't want to watch flopping. I don't want to watch crybaby and things like that. So yeah, I don't watch the NBA playoffs. If my kids are watching it, I leave the room. So if you ask me right now, what would you rather watch, Justin, the NBA or the National Hockey League, the NHL? The National Hockey League, all the way. But if you were to say, okay, National Hockey League is out of the question. NBA or paint drying? I would say paint drying because right now the NBA just does nothing for me in a sports concept. Yeah, it's the National Baby Association because one person has made it a baby association. Okay, but yeah, I don't really care about the NBA playoffs. Yeah, I like NHL. I'll watch the NHL games, man. Those have got some good action in that. It's more physical than NBA. But the NBA it used to be something that I used to watch. All right, guys. So that's just my opinion, okay? That is just my opinion. I know people out there are like, oh my gosh, I don't agree with that. But you know what? That's fine. You can disagree. I have my opinions. You have your opinions. And we can disagree, but we can still be friends, right? We can still be friends. All right, guys, that is all I have for you guys today. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. I would really, really appreciate it. And also, why don't you subscribe to the channel? Because I've got more random stuff coming out here. You know, I do random videos here. I'm going to start doing some carnivore diets again. And I do BYU football in the fall. All right? So, until the next video, I will see you later. Remember, basketball was a lot better and funner back in the 90s and 80s. All right, guys. Bye.